Dear students, today we shall have a discussion on map. Map means all of you may be thinking of geographical maps or political maps. There are different types of maps. One is geographical map, political map, economical map, historical map. And we are talking about military map. The students of defense study are supposed to know about the military maps. Why means when a soldier goes to an unknown place, a section is given a map of that particular area, and to understand the area, they must know the roads, the ups and downs of the area, railway lines, everything which is available in that area is depicted in the map. By studying the map, they will be able to understand the area better. When anybody goes in an unknown place, and he must know through the map only. It is essential for every soldier to study the map. And today, before studying the map, we should understand the layout of the map also. The map, perhaps on the top, top of the map is called the north of the map. So there we find name of the district of which the map is prepared. The name of the district of that area is mentioned there. Year of the survey also is mentioned. When the survey was made of that area, and the year of survey also is mentioned on the top of the map. And magnetic variation also is written because our earth contains lot of minerals, particularly iron ore. Where there is iron ore and it attracts the magnetic needle. Iron ore attracts the magnetic needle. So generally there will be variation in magnetic north from one area to another. That's why the magnetic variation of that area also is written on the top of the map, and sheet number also is given. Every sheet has got its own number so that it will be easy for the people to understand which sheet we require when we go further. When we go to the right side, so the area is not mentioned in that map, the right side area map should be taken, left side area map, or if we go back and that area map we have to demand. That's why the sheet number of the map also is written. And coming to the map, and below the map, southern side, which called the south of the map, is below. There also the year of publication, when the year of survey may be different. After survey, after 10 years the map must have been published, or after 5 years only it must have been published. That's why the year of publication is mentioned. And key to conventional signs. What are the conventional signs used in the map also are given at the bottom of the map, that is in the southern part. Conventional signs. Scale used. What scale is used in the map, so that it will be easy for the soldiers to understand, to find out the difference between one object to another, the distance between one object to another object. They can, only by studying they can understand, if they know the scale very well, what type of scale is used, what is the proportion of scale, all that is given. Whether statement scale is used or RF scale. RF scale means representative fraction. Statement scale means statement is given. For example, for 1 inch to 1 inch on the map is equal to 1 mile on the ground. 1 centimeter on the map is equal to 10 kilometers on the ground. Conveniently, whatever is convenient, so the statement scale is used. And representative fraction is what fraction is used. If centimeter is used on the map, these so many centimeters on the ground. Representative fraction means 1 inch on the map means so many inches on the ground. in the same fraction it is written. That's why it is called a representative fraction. These two scales are used. Which scale is used, that also is mentioned. And grid reference also. Grid reference is given. Later on you will understand what is grid reference. And contour lines also, the vertical interval of contour lines. The contours show the hilly areas. To show the hilly area, the height of the hill, the contours are used on the map. So the difference of the contours also is mentioned here at the bottom of the map, so that for a map readers it should be easy to read the map. Now coming to the map, military, we are concerned only of the military maps. Coming to this point, so let us start with the definition of the map. The map definition, generally we say map is a representation of earth or area on a piece of paper with the help of scales and conventional signs. So this is the general. I repeat once again for your benefit. Map is a representation of earth or area on a piece of paper with the help of scales and conventional signs. This is in brief the definition of the map, so that it will help you to understand what is map. Now coming to scales, because with the help of scales and conventional signs map is prepared. So what is scale? Scale means it is a proportion. Scale is the students of mathematics can very well understand about the scale, those who have not studied mathematics. So they can, for their benefit, I am giving you the definition of scale. It is a proportion between two places on the map and the distance of the same places on the ground. Means 1 inch on the map means 1 kilometer or 1 mile on the ground. So to understand, even for a layman, to understand, the scale is given. I will give you some example. There are two scales as already told, statement scale and representative fraction. In the statement scale, statement is given. It is written on the map. 1 inch on the map is equal to 1 mile or 4 miles, 10 miles on the map. So whatever scale is used, that is written. 1 inch is equal to maybe 1 mile, maybe 2 miles, maybe 4 miles, maybe 5 miles, like that. Or 1 centimeter is equal to 2 kilometers or 5 kilometers or 10 kilometers. Whatever convenient scale which will help them to prepare the map, it is used in, as used in the map, it is, the statement is given, that is called a statement scale. And representative fraction, same fraction. If it is a centimeter or an inch, the same fraction is mentioned on the ground also. 1 inch on the map is equal to so many 6,996 inches on the mile. This is, a mile is converted into inches. Like that, in centimeters also, whatever the scale statements, that can be converted and told as a representative fraction. And then coming to the conventional signs. Conventional signs means which can be understood even by a common man. It is a convention to say we show building in a particular, in a square with a red ink, and tree is represented in a green ink, and water sources are represented in blue color. Man-made objects like road, buildings, these are represented in red color. Particularly the railway lines are represented in black color. And contour lines, where there is a hilly area, to understand height of the hill, the study of the contour also is necessary. Contours are, the definition of contour is, contours are thin brown lines joining the places of equal heights. For example, contour height is given, vertical contour height is given, and that height particularly at the below of the map, it is contour variation is given. Contour variation is given. That's why the contour variation is given 50 yards. 50 yards means from one contour to another contour, it is 50 yards or 50 meters, whatever is taken at the time of surveying. That contour variation, so particularly these contour lines can be found only in hilly areas. By studying the contour lines, we can understand the height of the hill. So in these 5 colors, the the conventional signs are given. First, red color. Red color is used for giving the symbols of roads, buildings, and all that. And green color is used for giving trees and vegetation. And black color is used only for railway lines and embankments. Then blue color is used for water sources. Brown color specially used for contour lines, which are thin brown lines joining the places of equal heights. These conventional signs, generally whatever signs are used on the general map, geographical map or a political map. So when you have read the political map or a general map, geographical map, you will be well versed with the conventional signs. Those conventional signs, the same conventional signs are used on military map also. This is all regarding the understanding regarding the map. Then studying the map, it needs setting the map also. A soldier has to to study the map. First of all, he has to set the map. How to set the map? To set the map, one has to find the north. By finding the north only, map can be set properly. Rough setting of the map, if we know the geographical map, the north of the map, as you know already, the top side of the map is north. Below is south, right side is east, and left side is west. This is general understanding. But the north of the map and the ground north should be in the same direction. That is a rough setting of the map. If we have to set the map properly, it should be with the magnetic compass only. Magnetic compass will help us to set the map properly or exactly. And the north, there are 3 types of norths also. Geographical north, as you know, it is easy for anyone if we stand facing the rising sun. Left side, if we turn 90 degree from the east, it will be north. This is general understanding. When we are facing the setting sun, the right side, 90 degree right side of ours will be north. This is a geographical north, and there is another north also, the north which is found with the help of magnetic compass. That is called magnetic north. One is true north or geographical north. Second one is magnetic north, which is found with the help of magnetic compass. And third one is grid north. There will be lines on the map. They are called eastings and northings. Those eastings and northings on the map, they make a square on the map. Many squares are prepared on the map, and those lines are called grid lines. The center line of the map, which runs north-south, and generally that grid line is supposed to be showing the grid north only after setting the map. To set the map roughly, we need the geographical north roughly. Exactly setting the map, we require magnetic compass. When we set the map with the help of magnetic compass, and we have to look here and there to know the objects on the map, whether they are on the ground or not nearby. Sometimes the objects which are shown on the map may not be on the ground because a tree is there. A tree may be cut off because when the map is prepared some 20 years back, now that tree must have been cut off. The tree may not be there. So we have to set the map exactly, we have to find out the big monuments, old buildings, big trees. These things, with the help of these things also we can set the map. So generally we can understand that there are three types of norths. One is true north or a geographic north. Second one is magnetic north. Third one is grid north. But for setting exactly, compass is required. Magnetic compass is required. So let us find out something about magnetic compass also. How the compass is useful for a soldier, for a troop moving. Troop means in a section they are moving, in a platoon they are moving, in a company they are moving. Compass is not given to every individual or every soldier. Generally it is with the platoon commander. Platoon consists of 3 sections. Section commander will have map. Map is a very costly instrument, and that's why it is with the platoon commander only. And why this map, the compass is useful for a soldier means it helps the soldier to find out the north. Maybe night time, the objects may not be visible. That time compass will show, the needle of the compass will show the north, because the movement of the soldiers or the army is generally at night only. Night march is done at night only. So army movement, the logistics is done only during night time when all people go to rest, without bringing to the knowledge of even common public also. Army has to move. It has to keep its move secret. That's why compass is a very essential. First of all, to find out the north. This is useful to find out north, and to set the map also. To set the map exactly, compass is required, and taking the bearing of any object, compass is necessary. Because why we should take the bearing of any object on the ground means we have to get the back bearing of our own position. And there is a method for that. We will have a detailed discussion in the next lesson. And now the compass will help us to take the bearing of any object on the ground. And last one is for going on a night march. We have to go on a night march. Army has to move at night only. 99% movement of the army is done only at night. So for night march, compass is used. So later on, how to take the bearing and how to prepare the night march, how the compass to be used at night, all this we can have a discussion in the next lesson. So we will stop here only, because you are supposed to know the basic things about map. I think I have given all idea regarding the basic ideas regarding the map. If you have any doubts, you are at liberty to inquire any time and get the clarification. Thank you.